Nouns turn to ban.
Yeah, and welcome to game one in this lower bracket elimination match. TI11 last chance qualifiers between Nouns and ViciGaming. Nouns were the one of the teams who finished bottom two in the group stage, and so immediately went through the lower bracket. ViciGaming did just scrape through into the upper bracket. They didn't look terribly convincing in the group stage. They did just lose a very tight series against VP. They were actually up the first game in the series, and then got reverse swept in the last two. So we'll have to see the state of mind of ViciGaming in this series if they have recovered. Because Nouns, they're a decent team. Like, you look at the names on this team, they are recognized. The Moo, Gunner, Husky, Z-Freak, Costabile. They're not no names. They're certainly people who've been around the scene for a while. And it wouldn't be terribly surprising if they pulled out some pretty good matches here against ViciGaming. First bans will be Marcy and Primal Beast, and I think this set of pairings will be more and more the opening bans. I don't think you can allow either of these two heroes through to the pick phase if you don't have first pick. If you don't have first pick, that is. ViciGaming ban out the Bat and the Enigma and respond first with the Undying. Nouns will pick up Enchantress and Shadow Fiend. Now, this Shadow Fiend pick is becoming more and more interesting because you would think that it's a bit of a meme to have it in the side lane. However, a Shadow Fiend pick in the last couple of days has proven to be potentially a safe laner. So it's a flex pick almost. It's this mid laner that you can play tempo with and control the map and really flash farm quickly. Or it's this safe lane carry that you really play as just a damage dealer. It's almost like a Drow safe lane in the, you know, it's going to deal just a lot of right click at range, and you just play the game in that fashion. So it can be either way. ViciGaming pick up the Morphling. They normally pronounce it Costabilla. Costabilla? Is that it, Dante Garland? Costabilla? Can you confirm that? I'd love to be able to pronounce it correctly. I don't like pronouncing names incorrectly. Because I know how important a name is. Costabilla. If I've got that right. Second phase bans will be Sniper from Nouns. And Vici will take out the AA and the Beastmaster. Of course, you can't have AA against a Morphling. That's a big no-no, and AA is just a good pick in a lot of situations this current patch. Last day is softer like Apple. Costabilla. Apple. Costabilla. Apple. Costabilla. Sorry, can't describe it better than my first language. Yeah, I mean, that's better than what I had, isn't it? Let's go with that. I'll write it down here so I've got it referenced.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, something along those lines. So Beastmaster banned as well, just to remove the vision and single target control from the side of Nouns. Looking for an offlaner. The Enchantress, I mean, we did see a mid-Enchantress from T1, a Topson mid-Enchantress, a couple of days ago. I don't think we're seeing that here from Nouns. A mid-Enchantress, safe lane, Shadow Fiend. Yeah, I've seen stranger things. But more likely just to be the 4 or the 5. And just scale a little bit, almost like a 3.5, a 3.5 position when the game goes on later with those impetus hits. Pure damage can never be underestimated in the late game. So certainly can be a damage dealer. And with the creeps early on, the thing that's been surprising me about the Enchantress, and I never realized it until I've been covering these qualifiers, is the amount of damage the enchanted creeps do, and the amount of pushing you can do with them, particularly on tier 1 towers. You just sort of go knock on them with no creeps around it and just deal some damage. It's actually really effective. Dragon Knight will be the pick from Nouns. That was after a ban of Viper from ViciGaming. So I don't know if that last ban from Vici sort of inspired Nouns to go for the DK. But likely to be an offlane DK, sort of the stun bot. Get yourself that blink and blink fireball. Maybe get an Aghanim Scepter, get the Black Dragon later on, get the free pathing if you get really rich. But mainly just the blink dagger to set up for the rest of the team. Oh, I'm liking these drafts. Some nice brawly heroes. So we'll see the Mars as well. Are you not entertained? Mars is coming. I certainly will be. So safe lane Morphling, Mars, likely to be in the off lane, but could be a mid. Snapfire and Undying as the supports. And I really love the Mars Snapfire combo. I like it when Snapfire is picked with a setup. So the obvious one is Faceless Void, which is actually still in the draft. You could put Morphling mid and grab a Faceless Void here on ViciGaming. That would be a little bit greedy, but it would be really good for the Snapfire and the Undying. Provide more setup for the Tombstone and the Mortimer's Kisses. The Kisses are good by themselves, but if you have a way to keep the enemy locked in an area, they just become, you know, twice, 3 times the value on those Kisses. And the second phase double pick, I think, is the strongest phase of the draft. Like it's where you've really set up the direction of where you're going. So if you get a second phase double pick, that's super strong. That also means that you get first phase first pick. So you get first phase first pick and then second phase double pick, and you can put 2 heroes together that are just uncounted because there's no chance to ban or pick between. I really think that's the advantage in the draft phase at the moment. I know that's maybe a little bit deep. But I've been thinking about it a lot. What is the better drafting situation? And I really think first pick has the advantage pretty heavily, mainly because of that second phase double. 24 seconds left. Not a lot of time for them to make all their bans and last couple of picks on Nouns. I think they're deciding whether this Shadow Fiend is safe lane or mid at the moment. That's the decision that's in their head, what they want to run with it. If it's the safe laner, they probably need a little bit more control. They will delay that last pick or last decision for what they're going to do with the Shadow Fiend for the time being. Elder Titan is grabbed. It is more control, good damage. Nice setup from the DK, so you can blink stun, whack the splitter down and a sleep on top if necessary. That's like a killer 3-4 combo right there. If you can get Dragon Knight and Elder Titan humming, then you can sort of move around the map and get kills pretty effectively. Undying won't be able to do much to help whoever is gone on.
Nouns turn to ban. ViciGaming's turn to ban.
Topanga is banned. Would be that would be the control that Nouns would be looking for with a safe lane Shadow Fiend. And yeah, ViciGaming are pretty convinced this is a safe lane Shadow Fiend. They banned out the Puck and the Pango, 2 heroes that would provide mass amount of lockdown and control, so the Shadow Fiend can do the damage. On the flip side, Nouns are banning mids as well, estimating that this isn't a mid Morphling. I think actually a dirty pick here would be play Morphling mid and get a Faceless Void. That would be just the surprise of the century right here to Nouns, and I kind of hope that ViciGaming do it. They will have the Morphling as the safe laner and Pugner as mid. Pugner's a nice pick though. Good combo with the Mars and the Tombstone. You can decrepify the Tomb to keep it alive a little longer. So between the Soul Rip and the Decrepify, Tomb does get more value. The Snapfire pick as well, I didn't mention it before, but the Snapfire pick is pretty good as a bit of a deny 4 pick because the Tombstone does just get killed by the little Shredder quite quickly. 7 seconds left. Looks like they need a mid hero here. Unless they want to just throw the Shadow Fiend mid. 1 second. Don't do it Insania. Random the old Gyrocopter. It was close. Lone Druid. So I haven't shown who is playing anything yet. ViciGaming, XM will be mid, BAB the offlane, Erica pos 1, Yang will be on the 5 Undying and Frisk on the 4 Snapfire. It's like they're still deciding. They haven't figured it out yet now. It's Gunner will now pick up the Shadow Fiend. So that will be a mid Shadow Fiend. I think they switched around in their mind a few times in that draft, Nouns. Even at the end, after the final pick came through, everyone's sort of just staring at their keyboards, deciding whether it was a mid Shadow Fiend or not. So take the mid Shadow Fiend. Moo will have the DK in the off lane. Husky will be on the 5 Elder Titan. It's a 4 Enchantress being handled by Z-Freak, although those lanes might be switched a little bit. Costabile. I'll go Costabile. Will be the Lone Druid. Someone's going to scream at me in some YouTube video for saying that wrong. I can see it already. In terms of the drafts, I think I prefer ViciGaming's draft a little bit more at this point. Just clear-cut team fight with the Netherwood on top of the arena. Snapfire, Mortimer's Kisses down on top, and the Tombstone just starting to stack up. And the extra protection for the Tombstone. I think you need to find a way to leverage Tombstone. The spell, in my opinion, and I know a lot of people disagree with this, I think the spell, in my opinion, is not broken. Not terribly great by itself, but if you can find a way to leverage the Tombstone, then it becomes really good. Now, one easy way of leveraging the Tombstone is getting it up on a high ground in the middle of a fight. Then it becomes super strong. Another way is having a Decrepify to keep that Tombstone alive a little bit longer. It's okay, Dante Garland. I'll live with my decisions. So, I think ViciGaming have the draft to get it done this game. Nouns. Not 100% sure what this Lone Druid will be bringing to the game. So Nouns moving out to the bottom side of the map. Get a little vision down. Wood safely planted. The temptation is to chuck it up on the high ground here, but you'll see a little bit more, but won't be more likely to be dewatered by a little sneaky sentry. ViciGaming throw their own obs in the mid lane and their others down in the lane, just helping secure this off lane, make it a little bit more difficult for the safe lane of Nouns, particularly that they have a bear, Lone Druid. If you can kill the Lone Druid and waste the bear summon, it really does ruin the lane for that Lone Druid. Otherwise, the second ward for Nouns, I think they're still holding on. Yeah, Z-Freak has one on the Enchantress, starting with a Blightstone, so looking to do a lot of right-clicking in the lane. Enchantress is one of those heroes that is annoyingly strong in lane, just with the right-clicks that they can offer. 52 damage, but it's really nice attack animation and decent range. Costabile will have the bear here just to show some presence, but the main hero is getting shotgun to the face by Frisk. That level 1 scatter blast will just did a little bit of damage. It will be healed up probably under the tower by the time the lane starts in earnest. In the mid lane, Gunner will be on the SF, laning up against XM on the Pugner. In the top lane, Moo for Nouns has the 3 DK supported by Z-Freak on the Enchantress. They're laning against Erica on the Morphling and the Undying Yang as the 5 Undying. Down in the bottom lane, Costabile on the one bear, the 1 Lone Druid, supported by Husky on the 5 Elder Titan. And they're already getting in on BAB, playing the Mars. And he's supported by Frisk on this Snapfire. Top lane, it will just be Yang spending all of his infinite mangoes, decaying down Z-Freak and Moo. Pretty decent against the Enchantress, considering Enchantress has such low HP to begin with, so the strength being removed, but he probably wants to use it on, double decay even. Wants to use it on the DK as much as possible, just to lower the damage, down to 47 now. Not able to last it very well. BAB, throw the God's Rebuke out and send Husky running. That would nice bit of turnaround damage there with the Scatter Blast and the God's Rebuke if that Elder Titan gets a little too close for comfort. Mid lane 8 and 2. Actually, Tombstone has been dropped, and Moo will go down. First blood. They might even find Z-Freak as well. The zombies are chasing. Erica wanted the creeps. Z-Freak, I think, did turn around and kill the zombies. Still chasing Yang. He's got another mango. He wants it. He can find Z-Freak in the trees. Level 2. Didn't grab the Nature's Attendants, but Yang, he's back on the Moo. Wants to keep giving this DK a hard time. Actually, body blocks underneath the tower. Yang will have to use the decay, try and get a little bit more strength. The impetus hit will get the job done. Those excellent body blocks there from Moo. Just getting the tower shots in, and the tip comes out. Moo recognizes Z-Freak's attention to detail, staying alive there, killing the zombies, made that kill possible. In the mid lane, Gunner, 11-1 up against 12 or 13-2 of XM, so reasonably even. Both heroes have ways to clear lanes, and actually spear bottom onto Husky. We'll use the Astral Spirit bonus movement speed to get away. BAB, yeah, both out of spells. Actually, it was Mana Enchanted Mangoes, but Scatterblast potentially not quite up just yet. Level 1 Bear doesn't feel very good. You definitely want to get that level 2 as soon as possible. Might save the resummon or save the level up at level 3. Try and get a double root. The old double root trick with the bears. So Yang has 2 mangoes left. Wants to keep pressuring Z-Freak as much as possible. Z-Freak's gonna head over and grab himself a creep, and with the heal troll, we'll be able to probably out harass Yang. Moo stuns the creep. He really nailed that melee creep there. Just misclicking onto Erica, and Yang finds his way back over. 2 in Dragon Blood. Trying to get the heals, but it's tough when you don't have any strength. It's hard to heal when you don't have life. Gunner now with the 14 souls, maxed out at that level 2. Does deal bonus 30 damage. Pretty decent in the lane against XM. XM has decent base damage himself, but nothing to compare with what the SF now is contending with in terms of the right clicks. Nether Blast, low cooldown though, should be able to keep spamming that to at least get 2 or 3 last hits a wave. BAB going for the Bracer to begin with. But Racer into Falcon Blade. So it doesn't want to go for the triple Bracer build or a super sort of tanky start. Just wants that value Falcon Blade. I mean, everyone wants the Falcon Blade. Gives you mana, gives you health, gives you a bit of damage. It's really just the do-it-all item at the moment in this current patch. Moo has the boots. I wonder how much he'll skip here to go try and get into the Blink Dagger. I assume he'll still get a Soul Ring, and probably might get Treads. We'll have to see how much he wants that early initiation. He's gone in on the top lane. Stun on Yang means there was no Tombstone. Really lacking a little bit of mana for that as well. Bottom lane, the Stomp has hit. Is there a root? No, there isn't. In fact, they might just turn around and kill the bear in that situation. Is there a resummon? Yes, there is. So, potentially baiting that a little bit. There's the resummon now. So, fresh bear. If they could kill the main hero at the moment, that'd be pretty decent. Mid lane, the dive is coming in. Z-Freak comes around the back with the Hellbear and manages to get the kill. Assisting, well, doesn't get the kill, but assists Gunner in getting that kill. Moo having a little bit of fun on this top lane with the high five. Erica having none of it though. Let's see. No, Erica's not having any of it. TP into the mid lane. Yang, he's sort of running in between. Requiem is being wound up, cancelled. XM not level 6 yet. There's the cookie stun with the close range Scatterblast, as well as the Nether Blast, the double blast coming together. Get the kill. Crepify again. Now level 6 on XM. Try and get the stomp, the sleep. I'll put 2 down. Yang's the only one alive. He's got a tombstone if he wants to pop it, but little Skelly Boy XM is pretty quick, and with that Nether Blast level 3 will get the damage done. Nether Blast and Scatterblast. Well, sure we'll tongue twist the 2 of those together at some point this game. Moo now with the 3 in the Dragon Blood. Really doesn't care for the harass coming out from Erica. And Undying's left the lane knowing that it's probably just a waste of time. Can sustain through a lot of damage now at this point. Requiem wasn't used. It's only level 1 with the 2 in Necro Mastery, so it wouldn't be a whole bunch of damage, but the fear is really what you need at these early points. just so you can get the raises off, fear him back, get the triple raise, and get kills that way. Z-Freak wanders across with the level 2 impetus hit. Try and get the deny, or get the sentry, doesn't quite. Frank, 2 in the kisses. Oh, that'll show there's a ward somewhere, yeah, on the other side. And I think the deny will now come out. Oh, look at this, the sentry battles, the sleep. He got cookied away, and will hold his ward up for a little bit longer. You'll love to see it, the sentry battles from the supports. Sentry wars coming to a theater near you. Top lane, Erica. He's under a little bit of pressure, but has the strength stun. Blocks from the little poison creep. The ghoul assassin. The Vul assassin. Had to get hit by those when you got a tango running, reducing that regen. But Erica will make it away. Level 6 for the time being. Has put the points into the waveform, so not grabbing the morph just yet. Stomp on the mid lane. Vilo Tunla, I don't even know how to spell that name. Say that name, but welcome into the stream. Have a good broadcast. Catch promo code 10 viewers. Oh, thank you for the well wishes, but I think I'll pass. And the kill on the mid lane. SF does go down, and they actually look for more. Z-Freak in trouble. Run away. Husky comes in. Life drain is not enough with the impetus here. Is that a hasted Husky? It is. Doesn't care for it that much at all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Moo did go for the treads. Has the infused raindrops. So value Sage's Mask. Might even not go for the Soul Ring this game. Have to see what his play is. I think he'll value getting that early initiation. His team sort of needs it. They want to set up for the Earth Splitter on the Elder Titan as soon as possible. Level 4. He's gone 2 and 2 at the moment, so wants to make sure they've got a decent amount of lockdown. BAB with Arena.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Top lane. TP's coming in from Costabile. Bears in the area. They just want to push the tower. This might be the moment that Erica decides it's no longer worth hanging around here. Moo will pressure the level in the dragon. Glyph out. It's a movement. Coming north. XM. Frisk level 5. Not quite level 6. Wonder if they want to get up here and defend this. The fact that Erica is still holding his ground makes me think that they are going to. They might even send some more reinforcements in the form of TPs. Z-Freak is spotted out in the back line with the Decrepify and the Scatter Blast. Life drain to boot. He's just dead. Costabile sending the barefoot. Does get the first hit root. True form. Does come out. There's a tombstone on the back line, but it will immediately die for 150 gold. Erica morphs into the DK. Will have the stun available when they want it. And there's actually the skeletons just surrounding the Pugner in the back line. They will expire. Stomp catches onto Yang. This fight is very disjointed. The root will eventually get the Snapfire down. And Erica waveforms over the trees to safety. XM will be feared into the arms of the rest of the team of Nouns. Moo with the Dragon Tail. The damage coming through. Actually fearing the rest of the team of Vici back towards them. Gunner with the huge Requiem. Double raise to follow up on the Morphling. Yang dies as collateral, and the tower after all this will go down. They're actually on BAB as well. They see him in the trees. This is going to be a 5-man wipe. Husky, he hasn't got a TP either. Stomp will miss. Dragon Tail stun. I'm sure there'll be a root at some point. Triple raises. That's 5 dead. I mean, it's only showing 2 on the fight recap, but the fight took so long that all 5 actually go down in that situation. One thing about a DK is you really don't like Pugners. They have a lot of damage that your Dragon Blood just doesn't help against at all. Reducing that magic resistance and then just ignoring all the armor. Top tier 2, we got a Mask of Madness on the bear. Glyph is forced. Mid lane though,
Dire's middle tower is under
Dragon
attack.
Form is popped. Just a level 1 for the time being, and that'll be enough to
Dire's
get the
middle
tower with the
tower
poison
has
tick.
fallen.
Gunner cleaning up that last hit, so really wanting to scale forward with the SF. Has the Dragon Lance working into the BKB, sort of moving out of the laning stage for the time being.
Radiant's
Falcon
bottom
Blade
tower
on the
is under
DK,
attack.
even he wants the Falcon Blade, and we'll now get the Blink Dagger. Yeah, Falcon Blade just better than Soul Ring in a lot of regards. The Enchantress is caught reasonably alone. Arena will be used up in the jungle, but pretty low cooldown, so it won't really impact the next minute that much at all. Most heroes, both sides are looking for their core items. XM is slept. Cookie to get him a little bit further out of the way. Actually, that's a neat little counter. Cookie to get them out of the Earth Splitter. Not sure if the jump is enough to get the work done. Don't know if the jump will be wide enough. Let's just have a look. Crack width, 315. Let's do the maths. 315. Hop distance, 425. It should be enough. Depending on where the sleep target is, but assuming they're in the middle, the hop distance should get them out of the splitter. Top lane. Costabile and Z-Freak are just owning the jungle of Vici at the moment, making sure they're getting the most efficiency out of the map that they can. BAB, probably aware that there's some heroes around, but it's fairly safe with the spear. Spear anyone back who gets aggressive, or the bear, and wander his way back under the tier 2 tower. Has an arena if things really get hairy. XM, Etherlens working the Dagon. Oh, you love to see it. Etherlens into Dagon on this Pugna, not mucking around at all. He knows he's against an Enchantress, knows he's against the DK. It's all in on the magic damage, all in on the magic burst, and you know what? I think it's a pretty good play. If he gets a couple levels in this Dagon, or even if it's just the one value level, level 1 Dagon, it's an additional, a large amount of additional burst, particularly with the level 4 Decrepify on top. 60% increased magic damage. Level 1 Dagon. Doesn't show us there on the recipe. Have a look. Level 1 Dagon, 400 additional damage burst. It's pretty decent. The bear working towards a Desolator, so really looking to destroy buildings in a hurry if they get a chance. Not sure this bear wants to really fight with the rest of his team at the moment. With all the big AoE ultis, the Snapfire, with the Mortimer's Kisses, and the Arena, XM as well. I'm not sure Lone Druid wants to be in the middle of that at this time. Probably just wanting to more get on the towers, push the side lanes, and the DK will be in trouble with the morphed Erica. He just explodes. Shows the frailty of the DK in this draft against ViciGaming. If he's not the one going in, if he somehow gets caught in that form, it was a turned around DK stun. The tail from Erica. Excellent move in, waveform, morph, and stun. Sets up for the Mortimer's Kisses and XM. Nothing much he can do in that situation. He'll just die pretty much every time. BAB close to the Blink Dagger. Only 124 gold away. Yang Mana Boots. Thinking about potentially a 4-staff. Or the Locket. Could be the Locket. Amp up the heals a little bit. Although it's only level 1 in Soul Rip at the moment. Z-Freak does get stunned against the wall. BAB wants to drop the Arena. Probably just for safety. There is a Netherwood on the high ground. The damage, I'm not sure it's enough. Will TP out on the Enchantress. And I suspect that this game is going to slow down considerably in the next 10 minutes or so. There may be the occasional fight here and there, but the gold is fairly even, about 1k. XP is moving slightly in Nouns' direction, getting a little bit more out of the map. Saying that though, Gunner and the crew, Husky, Moo, Z-Freak, they want to move out. It's a Blink Dagger reveal on the DK. Level 3 Dragon Stun, Dragon Tail Stun. I don't think they want to go into Roche, do they? Looking past, puts down the vision. Won't be scouted out. Mid lane, they'll see Yang. It's not really the target they want, but they'll take it anyway. Oh, they even use the splitter. DK's got to be careful. He could die as a Dagon. Stun, spear, will miss. BAB will walk away with his head bowed. Sometimes you just got to go for the blind stun. It was nighttime, so can't be too critical of him in that situation. Arena up in 16 seconds. XM, they're in the creep wave. Frisk has the ulti available for stuff. We'll just protect BAB for a moment, and the Requiem just whiffs onto everything. BAB still running as Blink. Arena in 2. Well, they might want to look for the fight here, ViciGaming, with Earthsplitter being down, the Dragon form running low. Could be a good opportunity for them to take it. And they might just be waiting for it. They're still sitting off to the side. Tombstone, level 4. He ways to get value out of it with the Arena. The Bear has the Deso online. Smoke comes out from ViciGaming. The Morphling is not here. Does have a TP if they want to use it. Yang, they spot out Moo. There's the Arena. Stun, the Spear, and the Life Drain follow-up. Still living for a moment, but the Dagon. The Dagon puts an end to that life of the Dragon Knight. The armor wasn't built to withstand the magical burst of a little laser coming straight at you. Philly found for the side of ViciGaming, so Undying probably likely to pick that one up, or the Snapfire. Always feels a little bit unfair when one side finds a Philly and the other doesn't. Let's check the neutral items at the moment. Yeah, Philosopher's Stone plus the Nether Shawl, and I think that's both sides. Yeah, both sides have got themselves a Philly. So Gaben has given balance in all things in this game. BAB finds Z-Freak. There's the stun. Does actually connect onto the tree, and with the Netherwood down and the life drain, Dagon and the Nether Blast. This is level 2 Dagon. He's going all the way in. You can see it. He's going for it. He's even getting the Eye of the Vizier. Rotation coming through. Costabile, if you can get onto Frisk. They're chasing him down. BAB running away to the top side. XM, if they can find him, the stun will catch, and it's hard for him to survive in this situation. I think the rest of Vici decide to sack the mid laner and get out, escaping back through their jungle. Bottom lane, TP coming in from Z-Freak. Not sure that do a whole lot, but I mean the impetus damage is not to be underestimated. Erica obviously has the strength more if needed back. Actually, Arena with Mortimer's Kisses, they blow up the Lone Druid. There's no bear. Didn't get the true form off. Gunner is running through, has a Requiem 4-staff, and the cookie. Oh, the saves from Frisk. Gets him out of the splitter and the potential Requiem. Moo has popped the ulti, running out in a few seconds, and in they go with the Tombstone. They're just going to look to control the area. Stomp will be there to delay. Stun catches the Undying at the start of the fight. Z-Freak trying to be speared back, but didn't quite get sent back as far as they wanted him to, but the Roche is still falling at the same time. Requiem is available, no BKB, so it's very hard to get in. There's a Dagon, the Enchantress goes down, and the Spear catches onto Gunner. He has a Requiem, he will use it, but the stun from Erica stops the TP. Just as it comes out, Cookie won't quite connect, but with all the follow-up damage, I'm not sure this is a place Moo wants to be, although the Bear, XM saves himself, will be able to get a chance to get the life drain off. He's under the protection of the Netherwood. If he wants to turn around and fight this, they have Aegis on Erica. They just want to find Moo. The DK not getting out of this situation. And that's, I believe, a shard as well on the Snapfire. Fire Snap Cookie upgrade. So getting that extra hop distance, and also the Mortimer's Kiss, the single Mortimer's Kiss, just a little one, just a little peck on the cheek, just the one kiss from that cookie. Now the Costabile did get blown up at the start of that fight. He looked like he didn't get the true form off, although I think he used it secondarily. Yeah, Used it when he spawned back in. He definitely didn't get that true form off in the initial fight. And you could tell 1200 HP with no additional items just got absolutely destroyed in the spear plus kisses combo. I do like the lone druid holding on the Philosopher's Stone. It's greedy, but it's probably fair enough. Husky hasn't got any neutral item at the moment. Z-Freak takes the rune, and as I spoke about in the draft, this Z-Freak Enchantress is going to start scaling into almost like a 3.5. He's not going to be a fully pos 3, but you can see the Bloodstone and the Dragonlance starting to work towards this impetus, dealing a lot more damage. If Z-Freak at some point in this game can get towards an Aghanim Scepter with that Dragonlance, maybe one of themselves get the full Hurricane at some point between there, just to offer a little bit mobility, then it's going to be a ton of damage. And from a 4 position at that. I mean, we're used to 4 position Marcies and 4 position Primal Beasts, which just completely dominate the entire battlefield. Just shows how ridiculous those two heroes are at the moment, that you can just pick a 4 Primal Beast or a 4 Marcy, and pretty much with barely any items, they are a huge threat to anyone on the map. Husky, got the cloak working into the Glimmer Cape. Wants to have the survivability for himself, or potentially Moo, who's the one going in. Erica's just up on the high ground. He's hitting the base. He's got Aegis for 2 minutes. He's not that concerned by the Spirit. Will waveform backwards. He's got the support of his team collapsing over. They're just farming through the jungle. XM now at the level 3 Dagon. He's decided that's enough. Level 3 Dagon. He's going for the Blink Dagger and a Lincoln Sphere. He doesn't want to get stunned. Spear does connect Gaben. Okay, it's an interesting one. He's surviving for the time being, but not when Erica comes through and cleans out the decrepified target with the waveform and the adaptive strike. Tower is getting slowly chipped down by the Nether Blast. XM is reasonably low on mana. The Eye of the Vizier, minus 15% max mana, is reasonably impactful. Does love the look at the cast range on that Nether Blast though. Oh, that's tempting to have, isn't it? You can see why he's got that neutral item in. Used to be minus 20%. There's just been only minus 15%. So has just been changed a little bit in the C patch. Erica with the Aghanim Scepter now will be looking to probably morph into the DK to get that stun and the Breathe Fire, the damage reduction. Think about what he's going to get from that. As going the DK, he'll get the 40% status resistance, which is pretty insane. Smoke now from Nouns. They want to loop all the way around the back. Look at the drawing on the map. They want to catch the back lines. Frisk is a good one if they can remove this. Yeah, move this from the fight. And straight away, but yeah, Bab jumps in. There's a splitter. And the Snapfire is down. Moo, though, is in the middle of the fight. He's taking a lot of damage from Erica. And now, Constabile's on Erica, trying to get the roots. He can't buy a root even. Husky's running further away to the north. There's a root eventually. Constabile gets the fear and the root. Can he get another one? Waveform will come. Stomp over towards the Rosh Pit. Yang has been isolated. Aegis is reclaimed in that moment. And it does end up being a decent fight for Nouns. They get the 4 and 5 of Vici, but they lose their DK. So they defend the tower, lose their DK, Aegis expires. All in all, it's not terrible. But you would have liked the 3 to survive in that fight. Really does need the BKB so he can blink in. At the moment, he's just the stun bot. Jumps in, stuns, and does. That's basically all he can do. Stun, fireball, and he's done his job. Set up for the Earth Splitter to kill the Snapfire. You can see with the Snapfire alive and they have the arena, there's a lot of damage coming. Blink, stun, does connect. Kisses are connecting. I think they're at about max range. Z-Freak should just be fine. Don't think there'll be any further connection. DD rune, bottom in the river. Maybe save it up for the Morphling. Yeah, Erica's coming over. Is there a bottle? Creep coming to try and deny it. Okay, he'll hand over the bottle, and that's a bottle DD now in Erica, and they want to look for a fight. They have the ulti again. BKB is up. Yang has the tombstone. No flesh golem, but he'd probably be fine with that situation. Costabile is in the trees. They find the bear. And he's just... Oh, I think they see him. Oh, this is a very dead lone druid. At a TP, I'm surprised he didn't just immediately TP when he saw the arena. Yeah, and the tip comes out from Yang. He knows it. Check the inventory and see he's got a TP. He probably had time to get out of that situation, but that's the pos 1 now of Nouns on the deck, and we'll have to resummon the bear when he spawns. EAB didn't even use the BKB in that situation. Erica, DD, still bottled up. Will probably pop it when he gets to the high ground. Holding on to it. Thomas, there it is. Glyph is used. Netherwood on the high ground. We'll just push back the side of Nouns. They can't really get in there, especially without their lone druid. Sending out the stomp to delay a little bit longer. But DD will just rip through. Z-Freak needs to be careful. There's a lot of magic. Remember, Dagon can come through from a very long range with the Eye of this Vizier. Lincolns will be popped. Now, do ViciGaming want to continue with this push? The Netherwood goes down. It will be ready again in 3 seconds. Sort of think they might. With the resummon used on the bear, if they can kill this lone druid, that's a carry gone, or at least kill the bear. It's no impact from Costabile for a long time. Ultimate from Yang. Flesh Golem up on the high ground. Has the tombstone as well off to the side. Erica trying to get through the racks. There's the blink stun on the backline. BAB gets the lone druid. He gets the true form off. Gunner's protecting. Maybe with the Requiem. Holds on for the time being. Earthsplitter comes through and connects on Yang. And the backline. Frisky getting off the Mortimer's Kisses. Pretty much connecting on the whole team. And the bear and the DK are dead. Just for the life of the Undying, DK has a buyback. No Elder Dragon form though. And this is probably going to be 2 racks. Undying even buys back. Senses the moment. Sleep. There's no splitter. Z-Freak has a little bit of impetus damage. You have to run straight in. You gotta be careful with the Cripify. Stun onto the tree. Glimmer Cape is not going to save you here. You'll die for it. No buyback either. And the Rax is continuing to fall. Costabile getting caught out on that bottom lane is really having dire consequences here. Just one death and all of a sudden it's double Rax. Excellently played by ViciGaming. And the thing is, when he spawns, he doesn't even have bear for another 20 odd seconds. Respawned, summoned the bear, and died straight after. Even in the true form, it's hard to bring a bear down. That's how much damage they are pumping through. 1000 bonus HP, 10 bonus damage. Oh, sorry, 10 bonus armor. Not 10 bonus. 10 bonus armor. Butterfly queued up for Erica. Soon this Morphling will be pretty much untouchable. I don't see a way that they kill the Morphling with Butterfly. It has to involve the Earth Splitter and Natural Order. That's about the only solution I see. Moving forward. That's about the only solution I see for Nouns in killing this Morphling. It has to be an Earth Splitter and Natural Order and probably a Requiem. And I don't know how they get all that off without the rest of the team of ViciGaming just destroying them. You know, BAB's ready to just completely jump in the middle of the fight, make a bunch of space, and just delay any further actions onto the Morphling. They smoke up. This feels pretty last-ditch desperate at the moment from Nouns. Their Rax is being assaulted. They're pushing forward. They're trying to get around the back. Smoke is going to break. Yang gets the tombstone up on the high ground. He's going to ping it out. It's a good fight for him to take. In the middle of the fight, oh, the Mortimer's Kisses. The bear's just dead. Lone Druid didn't even survive with the Decrepify, and the Kisses died in a moment's notice. Spear as well, catching more. Gunner will be forced to use the BKB, moving further away. Stun coming out from Moo onto the Mars, but they don't even have enough damage for this BAB Mars, let alone the Morphling, who's wave forming in. Sleep does catch onto a couple. There's a Requiem. They might be able to kill Morphling. He's strengthening up. No, the strength morph is a little bit too strong. Gunner will fall in the trees. Buyback from the DK. And they're just cleaning up at the moment. GG's are called. ViciGaming will take game 1 against Nouns in this lower bracket elimination series.